Hey everybody, good happy Success Sunday and good evening. I am Tameika Devine and I'm glad that you guys are joining me for another Success Sunday message. For those of you who have the notifications, I apologize. I scheduled this for 8:20. I meant to schedule it for 8 o'clock because I am here every Sunday at 8 p.m. And I'm always going to be here on Sundays at 8 p.m. And I apologize when I scheduled it. It's scheduled a little bit later. So for those of you who are signing in later and are not watching live, but watching the replay, I apologize for that. I will make sure next week it's cool. Cool. But for those of you who are here, thank you for joining. I'm glad to see you and happy first Sunday of the month. It's always a pleasure to be here with you just for a few moments on a Sunday evening as you about to start your week and get going, to give you a little bit of motivation, inspiration, tips, whatever it is. But I love bringing my Success Sunday messages because it is an opportunity for me to connect with you and then also just share something that might be on my heart that has helped me either professionally or personally that I think can also help you as you not just go for the week, but go into your goals, your dreams, doing some things in your career. So, today's message, I wanted to bring you just really quickly that I wanted to bring just a few minutes. And for those of you who might be joining me for the first time, I am here every Sunday evening at 8 just for about 10-15 minutes just to bring you a brief message. And I'm always glad to see you. I'm Tameika Devine. For those of you who might be new and haven't been introduced to me yet, I am Tameika Devine. I am a wife, a mom, an attorney, a former elected official, but forever public servant. And I really, truly believe in the empowerment of everyone, but particularly families, which means also what I do professionally. I really love to pour into women because we do a lot of work in the communities. We are working in our families. And so I do believe that when you support women, you support the entire community. And so that is what my message is to you today. I wanted to bring you a message about the importance of women supporting women. And I'll tell you the reason that I thought about this is I was talking to somebody earlier this week. I've been doing a whole lot of mentoring and talking to some folks in my post elected official life as to what I'm going to do. And so a lot of folks have kind of reached out and said, hey, can you mentor me in this or can you mentor me in that? And so I have been doing some mentoring and I was talking to a woman about the importance of other women in my life and in my career and professionally and how they have helped me in my business. I am an attorney by profession. I have been in private practice for 20 years now. So have been running a law firm successfully for 20 years now with my law partner, Gail Jabber, another female. And then I also have the Possibilities Institute where I bring you these messages, and I have my website, A Divine Life, where mainly I work with working moms and other professional women on work life integration strategies to help you build the career and the life that you desire and that you deserve. And so, as you can tell, a lot of my work has been with women. And so, I was talking to someone earlier this week about the impact that women have had in me being a woman in business. And someone was like, okay, you've been in practice for 20 years. And I had to say that it's been really great because I've been able to really see how important it is for us to have women supporting other women, for women to support men as well. But this message tonight is about the importance of women supporting other women. And I wanted to really bring you this message because I think it's so important because there are so many times that people don't support each other for various reasons. But I'm going to tell you, when we don't support each other, all we're doing is bringing everybody down. And so it's so important that we share support, but particularly for women, because we know that women are, especially here in South Carolina, we're the fastest growing small businesses. Like I mentioned, we are doing the work in our homes, in our careers, in our in schools and everything else. And so it's really important that we have that support system. And so anyway, I just wanted to bring you a brief message. You know me, I try and bring you 3 quick points, a brief message about the importance of women supporting women and why women should support other women. And so I'm going to give you the things that I have today. Number one, when I think about why women should support other women, it is important for our personal and our professional development. And so sometimes you think it's good for you personally, to have your ride or die chicks, your BFFs, whoever it is in your personal life to help you and get you where you need to be. And that's really important as well. But not just in your personal life, but in your professional life as well. Because if you, number one, are happy in your personal life and you have that support personally, you're going to do well professionally as well. But the other thing is professionally, there are so many women who have skills and talents that can certainly help you. And as I mentioned, women who are jam up, growing businesses, and as we continue to support them, their businesses will grow, and of course, they'll be able to do great things. And so, I wanted to bring you just a couple quick reasons why it is important and why women should support other women. And so, first of all, I have, you got to prove the haters wrong. And, I hate to say anything about proving someone wrong because I'm real big on not caring what other people think. And so that is true. I've told you that before, and I still truly believe that. Don't worry about what other people think. However, I will say it is really good to prove the haters wrong. And when I say that is, there's a lot of conversation, there's a narrative out there that women can't support each other, that women can't work together, that women can't do things together. I will tell you that in my campaign, I had, for the most part, and I know Tyler's on here. Tyler was one of our interns and helped out a lot. And so Tyler can tell you it is not true that I had an all female team, but I will tell you the primary campaign roles that I had were all females, all Black women. And I will tell you that we had some haters. We had people who were like, oh, the Black Girl Magic team, they're not going to last. They're not going to be able to get along. They're not going to do this and that. And I will tell you that, it is that narrative that people have about women, particularly Black women, that we can't support each other, that we can't work together. And that is just simply not true. My business, like I said, I've been in business for 20 years now. And some of my biggest cheerleaders, some of my biggest referral business, some of my biggest clients have been other women that have supported my business. And so it's really important that we change that narrative. Even when you think about like reality TV, I have a friend, some friends that used to have a reality show that didn't last. In talking to some folks, they were like, oh, because there wasn't enough drama. And I don't think that we have to have drama in order for people to tune in. I know that's the narrative. And so that's what people want to see. They want to see the real housewives, cussing each other out and knocking, having knockdown, drag out fights or, something else. But we don't need to have that. You can have real positive images. And so I think it's really important that we prove the haters wrong and that we change that narrative that women can support each other, women can work together. Earlier this week, I was watching Soul of a Nation, that series on ABC. And in that, this was about Black women in Hollywood. So it was called Screen Queens. And Regina Hall, who some of you may know her, she's been in lots of different things. I know one of my favorites is she was in oh gosh, I can't even think of the name of this show right now. But anyway, Regina Hall is a fabulous actress, does really great work, and she was being interviewed about the women in Hollywood, particularly Black women in Hollywood, supporting each other and helping each other. And she said, and I tweeted it. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I tweeted it. She said that the habit of lifting others up shows other people that there's room for more. And I love that quote because it really is true. I think people want to build competition among folks. They want you to think that there's a scarcity, that we all can't do well. We all can't make money in our businesses. We all can't, be elected. We all can't do, things. And so they want to build that competition. And therefore, it builds that you not working together. But again, the habit of lifting others up shows people that there's room for more. There's room for all of us to be successful. There's room for, us to support each other. And even if we're doing the same thing, because there's room for us. We've got to show that there's room for us all to be successful and do well. And so it is important. That we change that narrative about women working together and about women being able to support one another. And so as you support other women, you're showing people, you're showing them more than you can tell them that yes, women can support each other. We can be happy for each other's success. We can lift each other up. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic when I see other sisters doing well. And when they're not doing well, it hurts me as well. And so we've got to change that narrative and show that women can work together, because as we work together, again, we support and we improve our communities, we improve our neighborhoods. So it's really, really important that we prove the haters wrong and that we can work together. My second reason that why women should support other women is, of course, it impacts a larger community. And so, like, if I'm supporting other women, if other women are supporting my business, the more my business grows, the better I'm able in a position to invest back into my community, to support other businesses, especially other female-owned businesses, other Black-owned businesses, other small local minority businesses here in the community. And so, if I'm struggling, I don't have the money to support the initiatives in the community. But if I am getting support in my business and my business is growing, then I'm able to impact that larger community in that way. And it's funny because there was also an article, and I posted this on Facebook. But there was an article this earlier this week about Mackenzie Scott and Melinda Gates. And it talked about how these women, through divorces, but anyway, through their divorces, how they have then changed the narrative around philanthropy, because they have this amount of money that is solely for them to do what they want to do. They're investing in the community. Mackenzie Scott has given billions of dollars to philanthropic organizations around the country. Here in Colombia, they've given to the United Way. Just saw earlier this week, she's given to communities and schools. And so she is actually, I saw also another article that she's actually given more in this little bit of time since her divorce settlement than her husband has given like in years. And so it just shows you that, when we are able to be successful, when we have the financial wherewithal to invest, most likely we're going to invest in our community. We're going to invest in building our community. We're going to donate to the nonprofits in our community. We're going to, be supporting the small businesses in our community and things like that. And so as you support other women and help them be successful, then they are able to impact our larger community, and most likely impacting the community in the way that is supporting and, of course, building us all up, whether you're male, female, whoever, is building the entire community up. So that's the second reason that I think it's really, really important that women support other women. Uh, and then the third reason that I wanted to share that I think it's important for women, or why women should support other women, is that these are squad goals that will keep on giving. And what I mean by that is, I see people all the time, like, you'll see, a group of women, either, one of the reality groups, they'll be out traveling to Dominican Republic or, Boca Raton, or, out traveling, and somebody says squad goals. Or you'll see, another group of women out doing some things, some professional women, maybe wealthy women who are out, lunching and drinking champagne in the middle of the day or something. And someone will say hashtag squad goals. Okay, yeah, all that's fine and good. But really, is that your squad goals, to be, drinking in the middle of the day or traveling to Boca Raton? Those are great things to do. Those are nice. But the other thing about it is, but if your squad is women who are like you, who are entrepreneurs, professional women, people who are, have dreams and goals and they're going after, and you guys are supporting each other and therefore growing together, that you are building up their businesses and stuff, that's the squad goals that will keep giving. And I share with that. And I know I saw my dear mentor, big sis, Bernice Scott on here. I have other friends who have, lifted me up and supported me in my businesses, the conference that I give, professionally, politically. And not only is that support like a one and done, like they come and they send me some business and that's it. But it goes on and on. Like years later, I get returns and dividends on the support that these women have given me. And so when you think about supporting other women and building your tribe of women, building that group, that squad that supports each other, you will get so much more from that than just being able to go to a brunch or a lunch and drink some champagne in the middle of the day and you have nothing else to show for it. And so it's important that we support each other in that way. So those are my three reasons. Again, prove the haters wrong. Show that women can support each other and change that narrative. Two, you're able to impact the bigger community. If you're supporting women and helping them be successful, as they get more successful, they will be investing into our community. And then third and finally, of course, the squad goals that keep on giving. As you build your squad of women who are supporting and support and love to support other women and understand the importance of supporting other women, you'll continue to reap the benefits from that support of that group that you have built. And so those are those three. Now, I tell y'all, I have a little bonus this week. A little bonus this week. Okay, so in addition to those, my normal three things I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you three real quick, I promise, ways that you can support other women. And so, number one, of course, I've been talking about it. You can support their business. There are some amazing women who are growing businesses. I mentioned I'm an attorney. I'm a real estate attorney. And so if you are a realtor, if you are a lender, if you're buying a house, if you're refinancing a house, you can support my business. You can come to my law firm and support me. And then, of course, with the Possibilities Institute, I'm doing speaking and consulting. And so if you are in HR and need a speaker who can come in and talk about work-life integration or building a team that is appreciative and understands and is not stressed out about all this that we have to deal with, then that's something that you can do. So you can support either of my businesses, and that's something. Last night I went to an amazing fashion show with Sarah, who is a designer of African excuse me, attire. Excuse me. And not only did I go and support her fashion show, but I promoted it on my social media. But also, I've bought pieces from her. The outfit I had on last night, I bought from her. I've bought other things. I bought my husband something from her, and so I try and support her business. There are so many great businesses around here. There's women who have restaurants, and there's women who are caterers, and there's women who are coaches and lawyers and doctors. I'm actually switching doctors right now to support another woman that I know that is who's opened her own practice. And so those are things that you can do. Support their businesses. Secondly, you can promote them through word of mouth and social media. So you can refer somebody. If you know somebody who needs a service and you know a woman in your circle that has a business who does that, then send somebody to them. Even if you're not personally able to patronize them, you can send somebody to them and let them say, hey, this is something that this is a great business that you should support. And then also on social media, like I said, and I have a graphic I'll probably post sometime this week, but I always put that, but like ways that you can support a friend without spending a dime. You can, like their posts. You can share their posts. You can, again, make referrals to them. You can continue to follow them on other social media. I tell people all the time, as you continue to share what I have to say, you might not be somebody who wants, who is in a position to want to purchase my service. But when you share it, there might be somebody that follows you that can do that. So those are some really easy ways that you can support somebody's business in the long haul. And then third and finally, send an occasional nice word or gesture. When I talk about support, it's not just about the person's business, but remember I said personally and professionally. It's tough. It is tough to be, especially a woman in business. It is tough to be trying to make sure that you are making enough money to support your household. It is tough when you have a client that, for whatever reason, might not be happy and that they want to trash you to other folks and everything else. So, sometimes just reach out to somebody. Reach out and give an occasional nice word or a gesture. Send somebody a note. Send somebody a text and say, hey, sis, I'm just thinking of you. How are things going? Hey, would you like to go to lunch? Is there anything I can do for you? Those things go a really, really long way. And you would be surprised at how much that helps. As people continue to want to, spread negativity. And, this week we've talked a lot about check on your strong friends, and that there are people who are dealing with things that you just don't know. And so you never know what someone's dealing with, but your nice word, your gesture, your reaching out to them could really make all the difference. It could be somebody who is really down on themselves, and you've thought about them and you've reached out, and it can mean the world to them and can change their insight. It can maybe get them thinking, okay, I'm not alone. And so, anyway, those are just a couple things. So, those were my initial three, and then my bonus three on how to support. And so, as usual, how you can support me. I am really excited about, this year, my year of transition, as I continue to build my law firm, because I'll be there more. And so I am an attorney. I do real estate and probate, and I am there. But I'm also going to be continuing to build my brand, A Divine Life. Doing these messages. I'm going to do my conference again this year. I'm going to be blogging and doing a whole lot more on social media, and been being a guest on different podcasts and stuff, and just sharing the message for that women, that we can be great moms, and taking care of our homes, but also build a great career, and go after our passion professionally as well. And so, anyway, if you want to continue, if I know y'all are here watching me on here, but make sure you can follow me on all social media. I am Ti Devine on Twitter. And then on Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, and YouTube, it's my whole name, Tameika Isaac Devine. So anyway, stay connected, stay in touch. I'm going to be doing a lot more on all platforms for the rest of the year. But of course, I will be here every single Sunday to bring you another Success Sunday message. So hopefully you have found some inspiration and some encouragement, and something I've said has given you something that we can take on. Hey, Candy, I called you last week about spring break. If you left me a message, I was in court. I was in trial all last week, but I promise I'll get back to you. But if there's anything that you guys need, always reach out to me. I'm here. But I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday. Invite your friends, share this message, and hopefully you found some kind of inspiration and something that you can do this week to support another woman. So if nothing else, I will see you guys next Sunday at 8 for another Success Sunday message. Good night. God bless, and have a very successful week. Bye.